Do you have one of those RC cars at home that when you think about it, you just have to throw a battery on the charger and go run it? For me, right now, it's the Asuga. So let's go run it. Are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me? It wasn't recording. How did... Well, guys, I was running the Asuga and I lost the tire. And the wheel nut was laying literally like this next to it. I really gotta start paying attention to the beeps that I hear in the GoPro. 3 means it's on and recording. 4 is off. That's the reason I turned them on, so I could hear when it's on my head. But all right, take 2. But guess what? We're doing a double bonus today, because guess what? It's Team Corelli Day. Check it out. Awesome to be running the Asuga. Well, take 3. I actually had the cars out here, went to run it, and found out I did not have my remote. This video does not want to get shot. Oh man. So let's get the Asuga fired up. All right, real quick, there's a nice little size comparison for you to show you how large the Asuga actually is. You know, the Kagama definitely has a bit more ground clearance than this, but you know, for a buggy, that thing's huge. It's just, I really like it, man. I really like it. Yesterday I wasn't lined up. I missed it in the tree. I ran this thing into, I think I hit the tire right into a tree. And then I was across the street. Yeah, that telephone pole. I was like way back here and I ran it right in the telephone pole and nothing broke. Nothing broke. Oh, man, I did want to show you guys. One thing that I got here. Ooh, check this beauty out. Tyson at Garage Life RC hooked me up. Look at that. Flexible wing mount. Which is what you want. And trust me, yesterday, boy, I did some cartwheeling with that wing. Somehow that fan does not sound good. Yeah, check it, got a fan on here now. You know, sucked when I got here, it was like 80 degrees, or not 80, yeah, it was like 85 degrees. So by the time I turned around, came back, it went up to like 92. So it's hot. Days like this, it pays to have 2 cars. You run one for a few minutes, switch to the other one. Whew. Oh man, guys, bending over just ain't. I just had a procedure on my back where they burn the nerves and everything's still a little sore. But anyhow, we are here for the Asuga, well, Team Corelli Day. Now, yeah, I do have the Spectrum receiver and that in here, but this car has no AVC, none. I didn't really feel like it needed it. This thing is just, it is a solid platform. The only issue I have with like the handling on this is like the tires being low profile. I guess they just grab really good. So if you take a turn, if you hit a turn, get off the throttle and turn around, it's gonna roll. So your kind of best bet is like stay on the power into a turn. Just spin the back end around. Just watch, if I do like that, oh. Of course, when I try to show it, it won't do it. But yeah, you know, a while back, I was looking at my original, my first hobby grade RC car, the Frog. And I was like, man, everything I got's monster trucks. And I was like, I was thinking, uh-oh. What's going on here? Body's rubbing. It's my only real issue with that is, oh God, oh, bending over sucks, is the way that body can get caught up in that tire. You know, on the Synchro 4, they put a little cutout in the chassis for that. Well, they did it in the front to hold the body, but in the rear, you know, it doesn't have that problem. But this one, the body sticks out there in the back. But yeah, anyhow, so, and you know, I started thinking about buggies, and you know, then I got the 6. Whoa! There you go, durability testing. Yeah, so then I got the 6S Typhon, and man, I just fell in love with that. But I pretty much got that one just to be a track car. Look at this thing, right over that big stick. No problem, man, it doesn't care. Ooh, there we go, durability testing. Yeah, and then they came out with the Synchro 4. Now, Synchro 4 is a cool buggy. I don't fault it. I mean, it is what it is. It's a buggy, but it has that problem that most buggies have, is that they're really low to the ground. So like driving and stuff like this, it's really limited. But man, I'm so glad Crowley came out with that one, because you know, it's a great car. It's, you know, more budget friendly. I mean, I know for some people even the 370 or something, or no, it's yeah, 370 is a lot. I'm not saying it's cheap, but for what you're getting, it's a bargain. I mean, look at the Mud Boss that Traxxas came out with, same exact price for a 2-wheel drive 2S car. Same price. For what? For an old slash chassis thing that just has a new body on it. They threw some fatter tires on it and a different body, and I would take the Synchro 4 all day long. 2-wheel drive for 3, man, that's insane. Man, I love this stuff. Now these cars, both of these cars are more than capable of jumping and bashing. I mean, I like doing some jumps, but I mean, it's not like I have to come out here and jump to have fun. I could have went to the other place that has all the jumps and stuff like that. Well, I could have did a little bit more, but like I said, it's already like 92, 93 degrees. So I figured I'll go someplace with a little bit of shade. But you know, I think in the long run, a lot of people buying these cars, or RC cars, are going to drive them like this. They're not going to go to a skate park and launch them, because who want to, you know, try to break their stuff and damage it and scratch it up. It's kind of like YouTuber. I know not all. There's people out there that love doing it. That's fine. But I mean, I know there's a lot of channels that do it. Just, it gets views going out there and breaking stuff. But I think, you know, a lot of people just kind of go out there and drive like this. You know, they just go around the backyard, or you know, they go to a park and they just have fun. So I think, you know, it's important to kind of show people how they drive. I think it's also important too, because if you watch a lot of YouTube, you seem to, and that's kind of the impression that I got when I first got back in the hobby, is that a lot of the new RC cars is nothing more than jumping them, launching them in the air. And that's what you were supposed to do with them. But no, you come out here and drive them, have fun. All right, let's Dude, this thing's freaking beast. Wow. All right, let's fire up the Kagama. Get a little difference. Show a difference between how these two operate. Now, I'll be honest, man, the Kagama kind of scares me because the power comes on so strong with that car. It does. Oh man, immediately, like, you can just feel like that monster truckness of it, just hearing it thud. This, look at the front tires, just like, maybe I should put a little thicker. You know, it's amazing to me, if you look up the specs, like Team Corrali does not even have very thick diff fluid in here at all. It's not very thick. I forget what it is, but it's not very thick. And this thing will wheelie all day long. Matter of fact, it does it so much. We had the wheelie bar, which my rep over there at Team Corrali had to correct me and tell me I put it on wrong. I put these little star things on wrong. Now, this isn't designed for the Kagama. I forget what it's designed. Hopefully you guys can see. I never know where this GoPro's aimed at. Okay, there it is. I forget what model it's designed for. I did have to modify a little bit these holes down here where it drills in. I think I had to change something there. But for the most part, it fit. But this thing, the power, look, that's what I'm saying, the power, it comes on so strong. So I would caution those without a lot of experience on this to either start out with 4S and get comfortable with it and get a feeling for it. Ooh, or get a roller. That's the nice thing, Team Corrali offers all their cars in a roller. And then you can get an ESC that's programmed more for the way that you want it to be. Because when I talked to my rep there, like he explained to me, it's like they put a lot of timing into this motor. So as you get a certain RPM that's kind of up there, a lot of timing's thrown at it. And that's why there, like, it just starts to ramp up. So it's not too much of a problem here on the ground. Well, except for that, it just wants to get rid of. That's the thing. You see how fast this thing's going, and it just picks the front end up. The part for me, and I think, you know, I've talked to like our friend over there overseas, Chris with the C, RC. Even he said, you know, it's a very touchy trigger on this thing. So when you're jumping, air control is very hard. Now, if you're going to jump and do backflips and that, it's not so bad. But when you try to hit the brakes, it just really. So if you're doing big air, it's not that bad because you got plenty of time to continue to correct. But if you're doing like smaller jumps like what me and him like to do, you don't have a whole lot of time, and he knows it down. Boy, it comes down fast. It does. And I even got the punch setting down to like 1. And it's still this crazy. Oh man. Man, I have not driven this in forever. Oh golly. See, I got so many cars that are just great cars, and I've mentioned this before. I've had so many new cars that were released and other stuff that I really haven't had time to put much into some of the older cars. Oh, this thing handles great. I'm barely giving it any gas. Like, seriously, like, that's about it. Like, watch. I got a 6S pack in here, but I mean, seriously, like, look, I'm not giving it a whole lot. This thing is a wild, wild car, man. Whoa. Engineered to be the fastest. I think this is the fastest out of the box RC I have. And it's so hard to do a speed test in this thing because you can't keep the front end on the ground. Man, I really forgot how nice this RC is. Yeah, I mentioned it before here recently. I'm trying to get back and draw some of the older cars out. God, look at the front tires. They just... See that? For those of you that maybe don't know, I mean, what you look when you see those tires doing that, it's just telling you that there's a lot of power getting sent to the front. And usually when you see that, the cars don't really wheelie too much. You know what's nice, like the Kagama here, I mean, if you want to do full-on bashing, it's a solid car. It bashes well. That's the reason that they put like such a soft sidewall tire on here, is for air control and stuff like that. Very lightweight to get that RPMs up really quick. So it's a great basher, but you know, if you want to come out here and run it, the nice thing is it's like it just handles so well. It kind of every time I talk about handling, something flips. Yeah. Uh-oh. We might be in thermal. It's scorching hot. Wow. Yeah. Everything is really, really hot. I said it's like 93 degrees out here, even with fans. That's like when I talk to Team Corrali, I'm like, they need fans, and they're like, we don't have problems. And I'm like, yeah. We're in two totally different parts of the world. Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna get too much runtime with this. It's just hot outside. It's hard on the electronics, the batteries, and everything. So I do wish there was some kind of telemetry with this, though, so I could see like ESC temps. But I can't. I don't believe there's... So, oh, I said the low profile tires. This one really traction rolls kind of bad. Just taking a check on these lug nuts. Just as long as I can see some thread right there, I know they're not backing out. God, I love the blue of this thing. That color blue, so pretty. I can't remember the price. If they're the same price or if one's a little bit more than the other, but the Asuga and this, they're both 6S cars. Whoa. Check out that wing mount, holding up strong. Oh, wow, I just filled my shoes full of sand. This thing is just... Oh, I just wrecked into my Kagama. What the hell? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think, go ahead and bring this back, and then we'll see if the Kagama will run, if it's cooled off. I should have brought my little fan. I got a little USB fan that, well, it has a battery. You recharge it off of USB. I originally got it when I was I got it for other things, but I was using it when I was speed running the Vendetta. Try to cool it down between passes. 6S on that factory motor. But yeah, man, you know, I think it's kind of cool. I'll take 2 Team Corrales, both 6S, and kind of show you the difference on how they run. So maybe if you're kind of torn between a Buggy or a Truggy, I said both of them really good bashers. They're both really strong. I have to look. I think these are the same like motors and stuff like that. Maybe not. Let me stop because I have no idea. I don't retain this stuff well in my head. But wow, man, the Kagama is definitely faster. Look at how much speed this thing carries, and it still just wants to like throw that front end up. So like I said, if you're considering, just be warned, the Kagama ready to run is no joke. It is extremely strong RC. I mean, you'd be fine running it on 4S, really, if you want to. If you want to go 6S, it's touchy, you know. And you know, I got into this thing with Razor RC about this thing, and he's like, well, I like it. I'm like, yeah, but it's not about you. See, that's what a problem with a lot of the channels. They make this stuff and they're giving you a thing on what they like. I try to just put myself in the shoes of a new RC driver or just anybody, and just I could just be like, oh yeah, it's not a problem. I mean, I know how to, like, I can manage the throttle here to keep the front end down and it not be a thing, you know. And you know, like, if I got this thing for free to review and I had a couple weeks to spend with it, I could have got my jumps dialed in. I could have been like, oh wow, this thing's touchy, and practice. And then when I shot the video, you know, it would have been really spot on. Instead, you know, I got it and I broke a shock mount because I wasn't expecting it to be that way. So I just want to let anybody know. Is it like undrivable? No, I mean, I think, but it is very different from other RCs that I have. It's like how fast this power comes on. So like I said, if you like this one and you're not sure if you want, get the roller and then pick your own electronics. So then that way, because the thing is with the timing that they set in this motor, the way they have it, it's blocked out. Even if you have a Hobby Wing programmer, because basically these are just a rebranded Hobby Wing, that part of the programming is locked out. You can't adjust the timing. You can't do any of that. Even the punch level, I mean, I set the punch level, but I don't really feel like it did anything, because this is punch level 1. I mean, punch level 1. Look, does that look like punch level 1? I mean, so the Kagama is just wickedly fast. So much power. I mean, even if you do it ready, even if you buy your own electronics, it's still going to be a fantastically fast platform. It's just you'll have maybe a little bit more control as to how fast that power comes on for you. Also, if you're wondering why I had the Spectre remote, it's just to keep my life simple just having one remote for most of the cars. I either use this or the Dumbo. And for these cars, as fast as they are and everything like that, I feel like the Spectrum's just a little bit faster of a radio, like a little bit better. So that's why. But check this out. Check out 2 days of bashing on the Garage Life RC wing mount. It's in there tight. And I'll have this. This is going to be coming up on an episode of On the Bench. I'm not sure if I might put this video out before that. I don't know. But man, check it out, man. The wing is in perfect shape. The mount there, it's good. 2 days of bashing. Haven't broken anything. So, man, there you have it. Two totally different vehicles. I mean, you know, I can't tell you what kind of driving you like to do, what is more appealing looking for you. All I'm gonna do is just show you when I drive them how they react, and maybe just throw in a little bit of my input because I'm actually driving them. Like you can see that this is, I think the speed run I got this thing was like 65 or 68. This one was like 50, 55. You know, you got more ground clearance than this. This is a little bit wider, you know, Truggy, Buggy. So, you know, either one, they are great vehicles. They are really, I love them both, man. You know, like I said, if you got rougher terrain, if you're worried about terrain, rougher terrain, probably with the Kagama, because, you know, even though this thing can handle a lot, if you really want to go through some big stuff, obviously the Kagama is the better choice. And you got bigger tires and stuff, but man, I don't know, man. I love them both. God, I forgot how much fun this Kagama is because it's been too long. And the Asuga, I just got it, so I'm like on cloud 9 right now. I'm loving it. And unfortunately, with the summertime here, it's so hot, I probably can't even use the whole battery before everything overheats. But it is nice, you know, bring out two cars, run, and you can switch between them. And see, look, all I did was just change the car and the remote. Just one remote, both cars. All right, everyone. Hey, I hope you found this enjoyable, entertaining. If you haven't heard of Team Corral or anything, man, check them out. I don't recommend stuff I don't believe in. I bought both of these cars. No discount, no freebie, no nothing. I bought these cars. Got them from Garage Life RC, matter of fact, because he's a Team Corral dealer. There's no sales tax where he's at. He doesn't charge you sales tax when he ships them. If you're a veteran like myself, you get a discount. So I would really look into that. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching, the support, all that. Hope you enjoyed watching the Team Corral Day. We'll see you on the next one.